Hey y'all, welcome to the Figuring It Out With You podcast with your favorite mother-daughter duo, where we're in an ever-growing conversation with each other and you all, just trying to figure out how to make the most of the life we've all been given.
I'm Kim.
And I'm Kay.
And let's get this conversation started for today.
Hey y'all.
Hey guys, how are you all doing? Hopefully everyone is great. We're happy to be back.
Mm-hmm.
Girl.
Woo! Yeah.
We are here to continue figuring it out with you. So, Michaelia, what's been going on in your world, girl?
Well, we got a lot of updates. I had a busy summer. Yeah, this summer I was pretty much like working with like middle schoolers and elementary schoolers, like having some camps. Camps on like spiritual education with like art and recreation, that kind of thing.
You still have hair on your head.
And I still have hair, y'all. I still got hair.
And your nerves are intact.
That's right. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's
a beautiful
this
thing.
past week, I think I got to like reset from it all. So,
Okay.
Which honestly, the reset is always sometimes harder than the intense part of working with the children. Because I feel like when you go from like every day, like you have something that's like very structured, very clear, and then you have a week of like, I guess like life is just chill. Like I guess I'm just chilling. Like I feel like it can be hard sometimes for me, but it was a good week nonetheless.
Well, that's good. I'm glad you had a good week, and I'm glad you took time to reset. That's definitely important.
Yeah.
And I can relate to that as well because that's how my life has been for the last 20 plus years.
Yeah.
A script every single day, school, homework, work, school, homework, work, take care of kids, do this, do that. And recently, I've been like, girl, you don't have nothing to do with yourself. So I've been working on ways to reinvent myself and learn how to find things because I'm so family oriented. I'm always trying to get the kids together.
Yeah.
Let's have dinner. Let's do family game night. And everybody's like, we got our own stuff going on. So I'm like, yeah, I'm about to take some skate lessons.
Ooh.
I'm about to learn how to ride a bike. I'm about to get out here and do some things. So
I hear you.
I'm looking forward, and I'm going to learn how to continue resetting because my resets aren't long enough. I need to get to a place where I can have a 2-week reset.
Yeah,
and actually reset because a lot of times when you're so used to working and doing things, it's hard to just relax.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
but I'm going to learn how to master it.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
That's the correct season. That's the season that I'm in, that I'm transitioning to.
Yeah.
But so we just wanted to let you guys know that we have some upcoming events and some new things that we're going to be implementing.
Yeah.
In the next few months with the Figuring It Out With You podcast. First, we want to have guests to come in. We're going to have co-hosts. You may co-host with Michaelia. You may co-host with me. But we're going to put some information out on Instagram if you're interested. If you're in the Atlanta area, maybe you can come and co-host with us.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be exciting so we can get your perspective. So, because this is a collective. We're all figuring it out together.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're also hoping, as always, to just get more feedback too in terms of like topics, both through our email and through our Instagram. And yeah.
Yeah, because we want to hear from you guys. We appreciate the comments on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. But reach out to us. Our email is figuringitoutwithyou@gmail.com. And we have an Instagram. You can message us through Messenger. We also have a Facebook. So we just want to hear from you guys. We love our audience. We want this to be not just Kim and Kay, but us.
Yeah.
Right? And what else are we doing, girl?
I know that we were talking about too, like having some live episodes. That's something that we want to definitely think about for the future. Like as we're coming up on 1 year almost of this podcast. Yeah. So we're thinking about like how can we have like sometimes like audience participation like in person too. Um
Yeah, I think that'll be wonderful. So, guys, go ahead and drop your comments and let us know. Are you willing to come and participate in a live audience? Do you want to come and co host with us? Whatever you want to do, we're open. Because, again, we want to figure this out with you.
Mhm.
So, let's talk about what's been going on, girl, because I know life be lifing.
Yeah.
So, I know you said that you were working with the youth over the summer.
Yeah.
What were some challenges that you had in working with them? And what were some things that you noticed? Because I know a lot of times older people don't really know what's going on with the youth. There's no way for you to know what's going on with them if you don't spend time with them. But you had the opportunity to spend time with the youth. So what's going on with our youth? Some things that you noticed or
Yeah, things that I noticed. So I was working mostly like in like these camps that we had for 2 weeks. So they were like 2 weeks and 10 days total, so 5 days a week. So I feel like I got to know the youth that we were working with pretty closely, like, and they were ranging from like 4 to 14, more or less. And some of them were a little bit older that were like helping out and stuff. But I think what stood out to me the most is how um, you could tell that it really meant a lot to them when we were like working with them one on one more than like on things like challenges that we saw instead of just being like, oh, like don't do this, don't do that. We were really trying to learn about like how we can like infuse like actual love into our interactions and not just like behavior management. Um, Especially because these programs have like a spiritual aspect to them. That's like a big part of it, like empowering that age range to really like view themselves as like active agents in their communities and not just like children that can't do anything or that kind of thing.
Right.
So yeah, I feel like a lot of them, like all kids, they have their moments where like maybe they're like messing with each other and like bothering each other or really upset, and to be able to like have those personal conversations with them, I think it was different from like things I've experienced in the past where you just like tell them what to do and you try to move on, like because you usually have to work with like everybody at once. And so yeah, it was nice to be able to have more of that one-on-one with them.
That's good. And I actually came one day.
Yeah.
Well, I came several days because Zachary was helping also with the camps. But I remember a certain scenario where one of the kids was like kicking the air conditioner cage, and it was a loving interaction. The adult was like, "Well, why would you do that?" And she's like, "Don't do that." And she's like, "This is very expensive equipment," and she's like, "That's just not something that we would do." And she was very calm. She was very nurturing. It wasn't like, "Why did you do that? Don't do that again." Or it was not aggressive. It was really done in love, and so I appreciated just seeing that. Because our children are really having a hard time. Like this generation, um, they deal with things that we had no idea what could even happen. Just in the world, is so much going on, and just for them to have a space where they can actually be children and be loved and be nurtured and just feel like I'm here and I'm a part. Because as adults, it's easy to just say, "Oh, I'm making decisions. I'm the head of the household." But they are agents in their community. They're children. Like they are our future, and we need to be able to nurture them and take care of them, so that they can in turn sow back into their communities.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Girl, I'm glad you're dealing with the kids. I can just pop in every now and then.
Yeah.
But that's beautiful. I'm so happy, and I appreciate you because it seems like it's so fulfilling for you to be able to work with the kids.
Yeah.
I remember people used to get like into education because they actually wanted to be a teacher. They wanted to, pour into the youth, but now everybody's looking for a paycheck, but to actually be in a position doing something because it's fulfilling to you and you really are truly pouring into the kids to make a difference. That's excellent. So
Yeah.
I commend you for doing that.
Yeah, and that's interesting too because I feel like a lot of teachers they did. It seems like a lot of teachers do go in with this like hope to really like make a difference because they want to actually work with kids. But I feel like the systems, like the school system, are just like so hard because I feel like a lot of teachers, like because there's a lot of shortages, and like I don't know, it seems like teachers don't really get as much like support like from the schools.
Okay.
That's something I'm really like low key scared of because like I'm a substitute teacher right now, trying to decide if I want to like be a full time teacher, and that's really what I'm. It's like I want to be able to work in schools where I can make like a bigger impact, but I also want to work in schools where I'll have like support from like
Right.
the principal and just like everybody, you know. Yeah. So trying to see what that would be like.
Yeah. I hope you find that niche and find where you need to be.
Yeah.
And it's just really sad because, like you say, in the public school system, the teachers are so overwhelmed. They have a high number of students in the class. A lot of times they don't have enough classes for the capacity. Well, I guess that's why they have so many students because they don't have enough teachers
Yeah.
overall. But yeah,
Or even enough
hopefully,
space.
hopefully they'll get it together because that's what our tax dollars pay for, right? The school systems. So hopefully they'll get it together.
Yeah. What about you? What you been up to this summer
I
or
have.
just recently?
I've just been learning to live, learning to live life as a mother of adult children that don't have time for anymore. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Just I really didn't never thought about life after my children grew up. When you're in it, like dealing with children day to day, I don't know. You never see them growing up until they're grown and like literally gone. And so right now, I have 4 children, as you all know. Right now, I have one minor child. He's 16. He's ready to start driving, and just trying to maneuver and manage, because I still am close to all of my children, but our relationships, of course, have changed because y'all don't need me to remind you to do homework anymore. You know, you need advice every now and then, or sometimes, like my oldest son, sometimes he just want to come and lay across the bed, you know. So I just am trying to learn how to continue to be the parent that you guys need me to be. And a lot of times that does not require my opinion, and I'm learning to just be quiet. Sometimes you just got to be quiet. Sometimes you just got to listen. If they ask for your opinion, then that's your opportunity to give it. So I'm just trying to learn my boundaries, managing and supporting adult children. And then I'm still trying to figure it out for real, literally, with Zachary because he is so different. He's my star child. All of y'all are my star children, but Zachary is, that's the work. But I appreciate it. And I'm just really, really intentional about making sure he has the same parent that Malik had, that Michaela had, that Maya had. I feel like in our society, it's so easy to lose your strength and be like, oh, that's the baby. I don't have time. I don't have energy. I don't want to do that. And I'm just really pushing myself like, yeah, you have to be the same parent to him that you were to everyone else because he deserves that parent. So that's where I'm at. That's what I've been doing. And in the process of all of that with the kids, I'm like I said, trying to reinvent myself. Like, what do you like to do, girl? You need to get some hobbies. You need to find something to do because these Sunday dinners that you keep planning, it's not happening. It may happen. It's not gonna happen every week. So and another thing I have implemented is trying to take you all out and spend that one-on-one time with you. I think that's a great idea. and we need to really be consistent with that because it's so easy to get disconnected. And once you get disconnected, it's hard to reconnect. So I just really think it's important for us to just stay connected. Even if we don't see each other every day, we need to make our dates at least once a month, and we need to try to talk every other day and the family FaceTime that we've been doing. I really enjoyed that as well. But yeah, I just think you have family, stay connected. Be intentional about staying connected because that's really important.
Yeah.
What's going on with you, girl?
Well, our family is growing soon. Well, y'all don't know yet, but I'm engaged and I'll be getting married very soon.
Ooh,
so that's gonna be exciting.
Woo, 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 woo.
I know, I'm really hoping that I feel like our families are pretty similar in vibes in the sense that we both have a lot of siblings and our moms are very outgoing people. So I feel like our families will get together very well.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do well too.
Yeah.
And I love my new son. He is great. I appreciate how he supports you. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it.
Yeah. I feel like everybody is. Some people have been like, bro, I feel like I'm more excited than you. I'm like, I just feel like I'm kind of I don't know. It's been funny. People.
It's probably surreal. And a lot of times when you're thinking about life events, you're actually thinking about the wedding and thinking about the preparations and thinking about the plans, and you don't really have time to think about the excitement of it, So I think that's probably what's going on. But nevertheless, it's gonna happen. It's gonna be beautiful and wonderful and amazing and spectacular and all of those wonderful adjectives. And we'll go to the next step, the next stage of life.
Yeah, this will be an interesting transition. I look forward to learning about what it looks like. Yeah.
How do you feel about it?
The transition?
Yeah.
Just that I'm it's one of those things where it's many things that when you've never done before, it's really hard to know what to expect, but I feel like we know each other well enough, and also we're both pretty, what do you call it? I think people that are open to learning, so I think it should be, I'm not gonna say easy, but I think it should be smooth considering that neither of us are super, what do you call it, stubborn or stuck in our ways.
Right. Yeah, that's the main thing, to be able to work with each other, because that's what it's about, working together to accomplish a goal. So
yeah,
it'll be all right. So we're gonna have somebody else to figure it out with.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well.
Yep.
Guys, it's been fun. We will see you on the next episode. Thank you so much for joining us as we continue to figure it out with you.
See y'all later.
Bye.